8th of September 2021. Of course, we're still talking about Conson, also known as Jolina in the Philippines, and now named Kiko by Pagasa, also known as Chanthu internationally. If you're new to the updates around the Philippines, Pagasa names storm systems separately than everyone else. It's been a point of confusion for some time, but it's just the way things are out here. Winds right now in Conson are sustained at 85 kilometers per hour, pressure at 998 hectopascals, but that is continuing to rise as this moves just off here towards the north. So we are seeing a bit of weakening, obviously, because it is overland. I'll talk more about Chanthu in just a second. Key thing I want you to take away from that storm system, look in the last few frames right here. Boy, that is just flaring up a decent center of circulation, and I think we're going to have a major storm system on our hands with that as it edges off there towards Taiwan over the next few days. I'll have another video on that. Let's talk about what's going on here across the Philippines. So as this moves across southeastern Luzon, increasing showers as we go ahead into Wednesday for the Metro Manila area. Not nearly as bad as what we've seen back towards the east, though, when this made landfall in eastern Samar. This video sent in by my Facebook page, WestPacWx. Looks like some coastal damage out there, debris getting tossed about, not to mention, you know, there was a bit of surge. The storm sped up really quick there along the coast, and I do know there was some water rescues that did take place according to local media. All right, let's talk about the forecast track, though, as this moves off here towards the north overnight and into Wednesday afternoon through the evening, passing pretty much right over the Metro Manila area. This is by midnight Wednesday night. See 3 o'clock right in there, passing just by Metro Manila. Wind speeds will be about 85 kilometers per hour. Sustained gusts could be over 100 kilometers per hour, then tracking off there towards the west. Meanwhile, Chanthu staying close enough to definitely worth watching very closely out there into northern Luzon. The latest warnings from Pagasa Signal Force 2 all the way from southeastern Luzon, extending obviously into the Metro Manila area, where you are expecting those messy conditions today as our storm system tracks off there towards the north, passing right over the Manila area. Remember, you can always see the time frame there in the top right. This is one of the great things about this new graphic. So if you're curious what time this is, where it is, trying to put more locations on it, not to mention the time there in the wind rates shown right there. As it pulls away, it's going to be seeing those showers even off there towards Pangasinan inside of the floodplain. Could be seeing some localized areas well over 50 millimeters of total rainfall. I think urban flooding is going to be the big issue with this one. Maybe even some of those coastal surges as those winds wrap in behind it. Then you take a look at Chanthu, Kiko, passing just towards the north of Luzon, although guidance, and I'll show you in just a second, it's still a little spread on where exactly that's going to be impacting. But as far as Conson is concerned, our attention is going to be switching over towards Hainan as we go ahead into the weekend and eventually into Vietnam. Just taking a look at both of the forecast of these storm systems as they pull back there towards the north and west. Keep an eye on the cone of air with Chanthu. That could get very interesting. Look at those wind speeds, though, up to 220 to 250 kilometers per hour as that storm system tracks towards Taiwan. This is another thing, though, and then I'll get to why I'm not confident on where exactly Chanthu will go, because there's a variability from the northern coast of Luzon or pretty close to it, or swinging around towards the southern Japanese islands. And it's all about this high pressure ridge rate in here. If that's strong enough, it will turn towards the north. And you know what? Models are not in agreement as to how strong it is. GFS wants to pull it off there, while the ECMWF kind of keeps it a little bit further towards the south, edging along the northern coast of Luzon. I think this is too close for comfort to Luzon. Personally, for me, I hope that it does turn towards the north, but I think it's going to be close enough to definitely influence the weather at the very least out there. All right, everybody loves the flyover, so I'm going to get off the screen so you can see what's going on here. From Davao, 33 degrees, Cagayan at 28, moving back towards the north as we extend into Metro Cebu. Afternoon thunderstorms still obviously there because we have, a typhoon. Legazpi's at 28, and Manila today is, of course, going to be seeing those thunder showers. Now, the further north you go, the better the conditions are. That is for sure, at least as we go ahead through our Wednesday. Be safe out there, guys. There's a lot of hazards with this storm system, ranging from the heavy rains to flooding. Widespread areas could see well over 50 millimeters indicated there in the dark red as we go ahead through the rest of the week into the weekend. Know those official sources of information as well. If you are told to evacuate, be prepared to do so. All right. If you guys want to help me out on Patreon, just $2 a month, you can be added to our list and get some of the behind-the-scenes stuff, and also just keeps these updates going. Just a look at everybody who has been helping me out. I can't thank you guys enough. You're all legends in my book. As always, stay safe out there. And of course, thanks for watching, guys.